Hello, thanks for joining me on the morning moment this morning. This week we're tracking through the Lord's Prayer and the part two of the Lord's Prayer, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. As Jesus was talking to his disciples, teaching them how they should pray, and when he came to this verse, there's so much here, and I just want to highlight two pieces of it. The first half, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So your kingdom come, I think that's an invitation. To first see others, to see the world around us. I think the beauty of the world that we live in, more specifically the way that God has designed it, is that he has chosen us to work through, to bring his goodness to the world. And so with that, it's not just about us trying to make the best life for ourselves. Rather, God invites us into helping the needs of others. And in that is an invitation to pray, more specifically to intercede for those around us. Your kingdom come. That idea is the best of what God has in his realm. It's an invitation for us to pray, to bring that down to this world that we're in. That realm involves healing. It involves hope. It involves his victory. It involves life. It involves bringing the best of God to our situations. And I believe that is a beautiful thing to think about, to recognize that even in this morning, while we're looking for how can I be better, the beginning of that is to bring God's kingdom to this world, to bring it into this earth. The second part of that, which allows us to do the first, is your kingdom come, your will be done. And when I think of that, one way to look at it is your will be done in my heart and in my life. A little analogy for you. My little dog, Indy. She is 1.5 years now, and she is growing in wisdom and in stature as dogs do. But the wisdom aspect, as she's 1.5 years, she's a little more stable. She's not quite as crazy. She listens better. And that's part of the beauty that we're discovering, is that when I give Indy a command, sit, stay, shake, she does it, and she does it with glee. And the reason for that is she has learned that there is something good on the other side. At first, she hated to stay. She hated doing it. But then she learned, I get a treat when I stay. Or more specifically, she learned that when she sits down after a command, when I'm putting shoes on, well, it's really exciting. She learns that there's a walk that's coming on the other side of that sit. And there's these good things, these blessings, these rewards that she has when she's obedient. Not because I'm trying to control her life per se, but when she listens to what I have to say, it actually goes better for her. And that invitation is so beautiful, because that's what God does with us, that he gives us commands not to harm us, but to provide for us, to protect us. When we say, Lord, we want it my way, well, we limit his ability to provide or protect because we're going off doing our own thing. But when we say, Lord, I submit to you, your will be done in my life, it's an invitation to receive God's best. And so as it goes through your day, here's how I'd make it practical for you as you walk through. Two prayers. First of all, as it relates to your life, what would it look like to bring God into a stressful area of your life this week, or more specifically this day? It might be on your drive into work. It might be when you have to change your kid's diaper. It might be when you're at the office trying to respond to that email. What would it look like for you to stop and spend 15 seconds praying, saying, Lord, your will be done in this moment. Invite Jesus into the difficult moment of your day. The other part that I would encourage you on is, in this day, what would it look like to bring God's kingdom to this earth? It might be a prayer for someone. It might be a phone call to someone that the Lord places on your heart. It might be buying someone's coffee who's behind you at the coffee shop. But when it comes to God's kingdom being realized on this earth, God's goodness being manifested in our presence, he wants to use you. He wants to use me. And may our hearts today be, your kingdom come, your will be done. Invite God into a difficult area of your life today, and find a way to bring God's kingdom tangibly to someone in your sphere today. And watch what God will do. See you tomorrow.